Good evening everyone, welcome to the very beautiful Puerto Soller this evening. Now I can see, my goodness me, we've got 50 people waiting. Please let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me okay. You can see where I am, I'm right at the top end of Repic Beach. Good evening everyone, I'm slightly precariously positioned here. I'm right outside the Citric Hotel. It's actually open and it's the first time I've been up here for a long time and seen the Citric Hotel restaurant open, but we're going to take a look at that in just a second. So welcome to my live stream. Apologies, this should have been on Sunday, but as you know we had extremely high winds over here on the island. It was a little bit dangerous to be going out and you wouldn't have been able to hear a word I would have said either. So anyway, let's turn the camera around and let's get this live stream started. Now you can see where I am on this road here. If you keep going up this road, and the traffic here is very busy this evening, it goes all the way up to Escap Goss Lighthouse. I do have a video about this walk on my channel. I must come back and redo that walk actually, it's just wonderful. Caroline, I can see you are in the live chat. Wayne, good evening. Glyn, did I see you there as well? Rupert, hello. Diane, good evening. Chris, hello to you too. Now it's a very warm evening. Summer is very much still here over here in Mallorca, and I know after speaking to my family today that summer is very much alive and kicking, or actually it's arrived in the UK. I think we've basically got roughly the same temperatures that we have here. It's currently around 29 degrees and absolutely boiling. Let's have a quick look at the views from the Citric restaurant, because normally I would finish my live streams from here, but you can see it's actually open. Look, check this out. Now I don't think I've seen this restaurant actually open since COVID time, so it's nice to see it's open, and it's also doing an evening menu del dia as well for €16 in case you're over here on a budget. But come on, let's head on down towards the port. Oh my goodness, Caroline, it's 30 degrees in Sussex, in Costa del Sussex. That's amazing. Derek, good evening to you. Joanna, hello. Sharon, hello. I'm reading all these in the wrong order. I know Faith is going to be here. Stephen, good evening as well. And also Deborah and Matthew as well, welcome. Now I know some of you are new to my channel. I know this might be the first time you've watched one of my live streams, and I can see that someone has already super chatted me. Oh my goodness me, let me just find out who that was to say a very big thank you. I'm just scrolling through the chat whilst walking. Lee, good evening. Lee, how are you? My goodness me, everyone, I have to say, last live stream I did was over in Calamilorway, and I met Lee and his family over there, right outside the hotel Calabona. I actually have some more content which I must put out from that evening, but it was so fantastic to meet some of my lovely subscribers that night. So Lee, I hope your foot is feeling a bit better. I know you've been over on the Facebook group, and also huge apologies as well for all the trouble on the Facebook group that we've had this week in terms of you trying to get your comments on the page, but I think Admin Anne has sorted it out for you. So lovely to have you here. And thank you very much for the very first super chat, very much appreciated. Right, let's get some more views of lovely Repic Beach this evening. Check this out. Now I can smell a barbecue. I don't know if you can see the smoke here. It's coming up from a restaurant. I have to say it smells absolutely delicious. Joanna, it's going to be your 40th birthday and you're arriving this month in Alcudia. Really good choice. You're going to have an absolutely fantastic holiday. Anyone who's coming over in the coming weeks, well, I know weather-wise we've had some, well, I can only say some quite dodgy weather this past 10 days or so. You will have seen my video about the huge storms that we had a couple of Sundays ago. I was actually in the UK at the time, so I missed it, but some of my lovely Facebook group members sent me their clips, and I popped it into a video. So go and check that out if you haven't done so already. It's on my shorts feed. We also had really high winds as well on Sunday. hence why I couldn't do my live stream. But you'll also see the results of that too, because now on San Matías Beach over in Palma Nova, we do have a yacht which has washed up on the beach, and I know that they were trying to get it off this evening, and one of my lovely subscribers, and I don't know your name, I only know your subscriber name, was giving me some updates that they couldn't get that yacht off the beach either. So check that video out, it's on my shorts feed. I have another super chat. Stephen, good evening. Oh, thank you so much. Do you know what, Stephen? I really appreciate your super chat, and after this live, I'm going straight to the ice cream shop, because the one thing you have to have if you're over here in Puerto Soller or you're visiting Soller is some homemade orange ice cream. And you know that Soller is very famous for oranges anyway, but the orange ice cream over here is literally surreal. It's so delicious. So thank you so much. David, you're watching me from, oh, hold on, let me just grab this back. On a bar above Lindos Beach in Rhodes. Oh my goodness. Nice to have you watching from Rhodes. I really appreciate you watching. I hope your holiday over in Rhodes is going well actually, and I'm guessing all those fires are now under control and everyone's going back on holiday. Now let me know how this signal is, please, everyone. I'm really hoping it's going to be okay for this live. Fingers crossed. I know it can get a little bit patchy in this area. Sally Ann, hello, good evening. Cannot wait to meet you finally over in Santa Ponsa in October. Get in touch when you're over. Lopsum Ipsum, I don't know what your name is either, but yeah, you had a load of ice cream when you're over here in Puerto Soller. Well, I don't blame you, because there's so many little homemade ice cream shops on the way. I know them all. I think I've been to all of them actually. They're all definitely worth trying. Do recommend it. Oh, I've got a very random question here. How far is Santa Ponsa from Calador? Quite a long way actually. I would estimate probably about, I would say if traffic was okay, probably about an hour and 35, 40 minutes approximately. You have to go around Palma and then head on down towards the airport and out. So it might take a little bit of time. It'll take less time on Sunday when there's less traffic. You can see down here on Repic Beach, look, right in front of the port, you've got some couple little lines of sunbeds here. The sunbeds this summer are going for €18 for 2 sunbeds and the beach umbrella, and a safety box as well. And that's for the day. Oh look, check this out. How nice is this, look? We've got some live music, a live guitarist outside the Espasage restaurant. Jim, thank you very much for letting me know. Chris, you're on your way over on Friday. Brilliant. WB Events Entertainment, you're back in 22 days and you're staying in Palma Nova. I would really recommend coming up here to visit Soller and Puerto Soller. It's such a unique part of the island. It's just absolutely gorgeous up here. You can see it's just flanked by the Tramontana Mountains. You know guys, I had hoped to bring you a sunset this evening, and you may well have to see my recorded video which I did make as I walked down here along Repic Beach earlier this evening. I had this awful stinking feeling that we're going to miss the sunset, but we'll see when we get back round the other side of the port. We'll see if it's actually gone for good. So I took the opportunity to just film my walk down as well, to show you what the amazing sunsets are like over here in Puerto Soller. It's one of the main highlights of coming to stay in this particular port town, because not many resorts really give a really fantastic sunset like you would get down here, particularly over the summer months. My goodness, we've got over 100, we've got 134 people on this live stream this evening. Please, can you give me the thumbs up? I'd really appreciate it. I always ask, it does help roll the stream out to others who are interested in Mallorca and interested in booking to come over here eventually. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'm Alex. I've been living on this island for, well, my goodness me, I think it's over 18 years now. I moved here in 2005. I've been here ever since. I absolutely love living here. I've got absolutely tons of content on my channel all about how you can improve your holiday and get the most out of your holiday to the island. And coming up this winter, I'm going to have some living in Mallorca content as well. So if you're hoping to come and move out here, also subscribe to my channel because I'll be bringing you a lot more of that too. Look, we've got a little tiny bit of a sunset here. I can see it's just heading down over the hill behind me. I'm so sorry guys, I'm actually an expert of missing the sunsets here. If you remember my Santa Ponza video a few weeks ago. Karen, yes, thank you. I had a lovely holiday. It was so nice actually to get off the island for a couple of weeks. There have been no live streams since the middle of August because I did head on over to go and see my family back in Dorset in the southwest of the UK. I contemplated live streaming from my mum's garden, but the weather wasn't fantastic, so. And also, to be honest, I just needed a break as well. It's been quite a mad summer, filming loads of videos as well, so it was just so nice to have a proper break. And we're back here now and getting back on it for the autumn as well because, well, this island's got so much to offer now. The season's changing slightly. We are hanging on to summer, we're hanging on to the really high temperatures here. So we've got a good couple of months, if not 2.5 months, of really lovely temperatures left before things start cooling down for December. Is it still sunny behind me? Now, if you did visit Puerto Soller or you have been over to Puerto Soller in early summer in say June, you're going to know that the sun actually sets a little bit more in between these two faros here, in between these two lighthouses. As we go on into the winter, well, the sunset kind of moves over to the left-hand side. So you are going to get a slightly different sunset if you're coming over here for those photos. Stephen, we went down to Weymouth actually. We took my mum down to Weymouth for a day down there. A little bit like Palma Nova actually, but without the palm trees. Lovely beach down there though, I have to say. You can't keep me away from the beach for too long, even on holiday. Dave, good evening. Dave from the YouTube channel Dragonfly Promotions. Lovely to have you here. I know you're going to be heading on up to Alcudia in a few months. No, in about a month I think actually. We're already in October, well, we're heading towards October. James, good evening. Callum, hello as well if you are watching too. Oh look, we've got the real tail ends of the sunset here. Let's see if we can catch a little bit more of it as we head on up towards the port. Now, I thought I'd start down this side because I wanted to end up where the busier restaurants are to get the feeling of the atmosphere down there this evening. But you can still see for September, it's actually pretty busy, which is nice to see. Amanda, good evening Amanda, lovely Amanda who is one of the admins from the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook group, please come over and join after this live stream. We may not be the biggest Facebook group on the island, but we're certainly the most friendly, or at least we try to be, and the most helpful too. We have people that don't just dive in to ask a question for their holidays. It's more of a community feel over there, so please come over and join us. If you're mad about Mallorca, then you'll come and find us over there. Look at this, guys. Look, I managed to just catch the sunset, thank goodness. And what makes the Facebook group so lovely as well are the girls that are in it. So we've got Amanda, we've also got Louise who has the YouTube channel Southwest Sundays, and also admin Anne with her broken ankle over in San Agustin, which is just near to where I live over in Palma. Okay, let's see where I am at the moment. Look, I'm outside the Hotel Esplendido. I love this hotel. I really want to get inside it actually. Please let me know if you've stayed in any of the hotels down here. Let me know which is your favourite. Oh my goodness me, Jim, you're saying you drove from Magaluf to Soller via the mountains and then on to Alcudia. Wow, that was a big drive. Rather you than me on that one, I think. I haven't done the mountain road here from Palma. I haven't been quite brave enough, so maybe one day I'll try it. Thank you, Amanda, as well, for reminding me about the tram as well. Now, you can see you can see the lines here for the tram. Hopefully we'll see a tram coming by this evening. Let me just see what time it is. We should get the tram actually in the next 15 minutes or so coming up along the promenade. But one of the things that you have to do if you're over here in Puerto Soller or visiting Soller is to get the vintage train over from Palma and then getting the tram down as well from Soller down towards the port. For this year, the tram is, I do believe, from Soller €8 one way, and it's something like 32 or 34 euros for a return on the tram and the train as well from Palma. It's quite pricey actually. If you're on a budget, you can come over here a lot more cheaper than that. You can actually just grab the red and yellow TIB bus and that'll bring you up from Palma. It'll just cost you a few euros. Yes, and because it is a vintage tram and it actually, the vintage tram and the vintage train actually are from the early 20th century. It's not the most comfortable ride you'll have. It's really quite a nice experience to do though. It's something you really have to do. If you come over, if you're a regular over here, then it's way cheaper and quicker also to get the bus. Oh, look at the views that we have here over Puerto Soller. Now, over the summer months, where I'm standing here is the big sunset spot. As I said before, the sun will go down in between these two lighthouses, but now we're seeing it going off to the left, but you can see a lot of people here enjoying some drinks. I can see some people up in the bar to my left-hand side as well. Absolutely gorgeous views, and I'm so glad I managed to bring you some of the sunset from here this evening. I thought I'd missed it. Don't forget, if you're coming up here too, look, we've got lots of shops to our right hand side. All these are open this lovely September evening. And thank you very much. Yes, let us know more information in the Facebook group later. That'd be fantastic over the weekend. Lee, oh my goodness, there's no way you'd get me on those mountain roads. Absolutely no way. I mean, I'm used to driving all over the islands, and I do drive all over the islands, but there's nothing I hate more than driving on the mountain roads. Absolutely terrifying. Actually, a little bit like driving through the really small country lanes around Dorset as well, because they get very, very thin, particularly at this time of year. I remember encountering quite a few tractors as well, and combine harvesters and hay balers being pulled along the road. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing the driving on that one. Look, you can see how busy it is over here this September. Got quite a few people here in the Caspages restaurants. Still got people on the beach as well, just getting the last of the sun over here in Puerto Soller. Sharon, bless you. Thank you so much for your super chat this evening too. Much appreciated. And good question as well, actually. I can see MB Events and Entertainment. I don't know your name, I am sorry, but you do mention disabled travellers. Now, I'm not sure if you can get the tram, if it is a great idea to get the tram down from Soller over to Puerto Soller. I don't think it's very wheelchair friendly. I think the train may be okay though. But then you can always get the bus from Soller down here to the port. It's only a 5 to 10 minute journey. It's actually very quick. check out all these sunset spots that we've got down here along the promenade in Puerto Soller. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Now, this particular resort is going to keep going actually, while many of the other resorts will shut down on the 31st of October. This is one place that you can come to over the winter months. Admittedly, most of the big restaurants will be the big hotels will actually be closing its doors as well, but there will be places to stay down here. And because it is a living town, it's not just a resort, it's a living and it's a working town. It's going to be a great place to actually come and maybe experience some of the more traditional Mallorcan life over here over the winter. I never understand why they don't make a bigger thing of winter tourism over here in Mallorca, because this is just one of the most gorgeous spots to be, whatever time of year you do come down. I can see we're edging our way down to the centre of the port. Loads of gorgeous little shops down here too. You do get a few of your like normal tourist shops that you find in, say, Palma Nova or whatever, but you also get some really nice little shops down here too. They're not the cheapest, though, I have to say, but there is plenty of choice. Brian, you're from Bournemouth. Do you know what? We went to Bournemouth as well. I met up with some friends who had moved back to the island last year. My daughter's friends and their mum, and we spent the day down in Bournemouth as well. Dorset's a wonderful part of the world. It's a shame actually that the weather isn't just a little bit better over the winter months. Look, I hear a toot. We've got the tram coming down. It's going to be one of the last trams for the evening. Still quite a few people on it tonight though, I can see. But what a fantastic way to arrive down in Puerto Soller. As you can see behind me, they've got the sunset run over here, as well as some guitar music. So we're coming up past two. Very nice. Can't get much more Spanish than that. Now, as I said, yeah, the trams run until around, I think it's around 8:30. Last tram back, I think it's either 8:30 or 9:30 heading back towards Soller. But as I did mention, you can either get yourself a taxi or a bus later on in the evening. So if you're trying to decide on a destination for your holiday, well, check this out. Look, you've got sunsets, you've got beaches, and you've got vintage trams as well, with absolutely tons of history down here too. So this resort's an absolutely fantastic place to come. It is a tourism hotspot though. During the day, it does get very, very busy with day trippers coming up from Palma or coming on day trips as well. But you can see as evening falls, it starts to empty out a little bit. It's making this like one of the most gorgeous times of day to come. I actually really recommend coming over here even just for dinner if you're a repeat visitor. We did that quite a bit during the summer actually. We just came down here on the evening. You don't get the tourist crowds. It's actually a really nice experience. Also, you're going to see this little plaza here, this little main entrance road into Soller. If you're looking for some slightly cheaper restaurants, then head up this road here and head up some of these side streets too, just down the side of the Fergus. You're going to find some good value places to eat if you are over here on a budget. Now many of the hotels over here have their own restaurants too. You can see outside, I'm outside the Fergus. They do have a buffet actually, let me just have a quick look. You do a breakfast buffet for €15. So even if you're not staying here and you want to get yourself a set up for the day, you can often come into many of these hotels and either come in for either breakfast or dinner. Don't forget too, a lot of these places also have day passes as well, so you can come up from Palma and maybe actually spend a whole day up here somewhere, come and do some sightseeing, and then maybe spend a day in the hotel. They've also got plenty of boat trips and boat hire and kayak hire down here too. Pham de Jong, good evening, how are you? And you're coming over from the Netherlands to Mallorca next Monday. Wonderful, you are a regular on the channel. Nice to see you here. I hope you have a fantastic holiday if you are over here for holiday purposes. I'm just going to quickly show you where the little tram station is before we head on to the waterfront. I have to say, it's very, very quiet over here at the moment. Check out the views here, look, plenty of places for you to pick up some cocktails, and look, we do have a tram coming back as well. Now this one is going back without any passengers on board, or is it stopping? It's ground to a halt. Craig, good evening. Hello, lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for your super chat this evening. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hello. My goodness me, you had the most unique experience coming over here to the islands, I think, last weekend when we had the storms, and then you also had quite a delayed flight back as well. Not quite the experience you were expecting, I am guessing, but lovely to still have you on the live stream tonight, and thank you very much for supporting the channel. Oh, it's coming back again. I think they actually turned the tram round, so I think they went a little bit further up and then came back again. Do you remember the old train sets? I think that's how it worked. And look, it's going to be joined onto this side. Let me just have a quick look at the... Let's have a look. So the last tram back, and I can just see the timetable here, is at 7:30. Because it's a little bit later than that. No, it's not. It's at 9:05. So you can just get on the trams here. There is a kind of that little office to my left-hand side. You can just board and someone will come and check your tickets. We'll give you a ticket. Right, let's head on back to the waterfront. Oh, and behind me as well, you can see a really, really, really good ice cream shop here. This is where I get my orange ice cream from. It's from the Mui. You'll find me in there later. If you are coming down here actually and you're getting any boat trips or like day trips over here in Puerto Soller, this is the little jetty, well, the pier that goes out to where all the boats are moored. So you'll be coming along the waterfront here and then coming up through the jetty here. Pham de Jong, thank you so much for your super chat this evening. That is very kind of you. Tim, good evening. How are you? I know you're a big fan of Puerto Soller. It's one of your favourite places on the island as well. And also the deli I just passed has a great selection of Mallorcan wines. Great to know. Hello, I can see someone at Bristol Airport. Now you have picked up an hour's delay and you are actually coming over here to Soller. Well, this is what you've got to look forward to. I hope you're enjoying your hour's delay over in Bristol Airport. It tends to happen actually with the evening flights, so you always end up picking up delays from throughout the day. Good evening. Let's head on along the port front here. Now, there's some wonderful smells coming from the restaurant. Lots of seafood is being cooked up tonight. I'm just going to give you a couple of tips actually if you are eating out down here. Now, as you know, the fishing boats go out from Puerto Soller quite frequently, pretty much every day apart from Sunday. So I would say that Monday is possibly the worst day to get any seafood down here. It's not likely to be fresh. Same goes with paella as well. If you're getting a paella, by all means come on a Sunday. It's a big paella day on a Sunday. By Monday though, if the boats haven't been out, and who knows, maybe the boats do go out on a Sunday night, someone do let me know, but from memory and from what I know about the islands from living here, that it's probably best to get something else on the Monday if you're dining out. Let me know in comments if I've totally got that wrong though and everything's changed. You can see, look, all the fishing boats. To my left hand side, we've got a very small boat yard down here too, fixing and repairing the boats. But fish is one of the main things on the menu down here. We are going to walk down this street in just a little while here, one of the nicest places you can get an evening meal with the most amazing views. We're going to keep going along. To my friends waiting over there in Bristol Airport, you've said you have booked the Patiki. Is that the Patiki? Is that the bikini hotel? I don't know. Do you know what? Because I live here, I actually haven't been into many of the hotels. I have been into a few hotels, but not very many of them, so I can't really comment on that, I'm afraid. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic hotel and you are in a great location. You're going to have a fantastic holiday too. And actually, if you are coming over to the islands, then just bear in mind that we're going to have some absolutely gorgeous weather now going on through the month. I can't see any storms on the horizon either, thank goodness. Yeah, it's very much G&T time this evening. I think it's a great time to get a cocktail tonight. Very jealous of all those lovely people sitting out and enjoying a cocktail tonight. It's extremely warm over here. Normally at this time of year in the evenings, you do need to bring yourself a cardigan or just a light jumper or jacket or something over, but not tonight. I'm still in my summer dress. So, right, let's head on up by the Cantina Marinera. Stephen, good evening from Ireland. You're heading over to Palma Nova in 4 weeks. Brilliant, to the Tropico. Fantastic. David, good evening. Thank you so much for your super chat. Much appreciated. I think you might be coming out again as well. I have this feeling, are you coming back to the island before the year is out? I'm not quite sure. Right, where are the steps? Over here. Now, the Cantina Marinera is normally open during the day. A lot of restaurants actually close down for the evening. And check out all the super yachts down here too. Let's head on up and the fishing nets as well. Look, you can see where they get a lot of their seafood from for the restaurants. Let's head on up the steps. Let me see if I can give you some views on the way. Let's see if this works. A live stream is not a live stream unless I'm walking up a few flights of stairs. Tommy, good evening. Hello to you, and also hello to Matthew as well. Thank you so much for your super chat tonight. Thank you. Now, it's not quite dark yet, thank goodness. I've timed this just right, I think. Thanks very much for joining me. I appreciate everyone on this live stream tonight, because I know many of you have finished work and you've just got home. Maybe you haven't got your dinner on just yet, so thank you so much for joining me this evening. I really appreciate it, as well as the super chats I'm getting tonight. Thank you so much. You're going to actually spot quite a few stray cats over here. There's one who needs a good brush. Now, the lights should be coming on down here soon. I can see them coming on in the distance, some of the bigger street lamps. Yeah, these views, let me just pan the camera around. I mean, look at this. If you go back to my videos that I made back in March, actually, I did a walk up the hills here as well to go and have a look at where the Jumeirah resort and hotel is. It's a very beautiful part of Puerto Soller. If you are over here on holiday, go and check that area out too. It's lovely. Lorem Ipsum, what is your name? You're calling you by your YouTube name, but oh bless you, thank you so much as well for your super chat this evening to be added to the cocktail fund. I really appreciate it, thank you. Thank you so much. Right, we're going to head on through the restaurants here. Let me just power on through. It is quite busy this evening, actually. Not as busy though as I have said during peak season, but busy enough. I still would recommend, even at this time of year, maybe getting yourself a table reservation, particularly at the weekend, because also just bear in mind that this is a Tuesday night. So if you are hoping to come out and eat on a Friday or Saturday or Sunday over here in Puerto Soller, and in fact anywhere on the islands, make sure you get yourself a table reservation if in particular you do want to eat in one of the paella restaurants over here, or somewhere that's going to be very popular. Can I get up here in the wheelchair? Right, I'll show you. If you up to where I am at the moment, I will show you where to go actually. If you are in a wheelchair, you can get up part of it, but not all of it. And I'll show you why. Because right in front of me here, we're just going to go through another restaurant. You can see some more steps. But you'll still get the opportunity to access some of the most lovely restaurants up here too. Right, so if you are in a wheelchair and you're coming over with a wheelchair user, then from just behind the station, keep following the road down. We're going to walk down here now, but the road is flat, so you can just come on up and you can enjoy any of these wonderful restaurants here. And I'm outside of Vint, which is a big seafood restaurant here. They've got a whole massive, huge choice of paellas. I've got absolutely no idea of the prices because they haven't put them on the board. You can also get tapas here too, fish dishes and also meat dishes as well. So this may well be a great place to come. Check out their reviews on TripAdvisor. You can see the views that you'll get if you have a meal over here. All the way down through here as well. I'm just coming up past the Balear. Where else have we got? We've got the Mataya restaurants as well, El Pirata. Got quite a few. Esraco des Ports too. Lots of lovely places to eat. Look how Mallorcan this is as well. Look, I think this has been around for quite a while. It's got some lovely, really old interiors. And you can see where I have come down to. So if you imagine you're coming right along this road here from the tram station, whoops, nearly got run over. You just follow the road right up here to the restaurants, just to the right of the parking sign. Oh, bless you, Ken. Thank you very much for your lovely comment. That's really sweet of you. Thank you very much for saying that. Dave, are you on here as well? I can see you talking to Lee about Calabona. You guys should have your holidays collide, actually, because I know you're both big fans of the resort. Look, got some handbags and everything here. Top tip here, much cheaper in the markets. Got some more lovely restaurants. Okay, I can see somebody, oh, it's Tim. Hello, Tim. I can see you recommending the Marina Hotel, which we did pass earlier. Fantastic. They've got so many absolutely gorgeous hotels down here in Puerto Soller and throughout the Soller Valley, actually. Not just chain hotels as well. They've got some like very small and friendly hotels, but also lots of Airbnbs too. If you're coming over, you've got plenty of choice of places to stay down here. Just giving you a few final views here. We've done kind of a big loop actually around the port here, and I'm just going to bring you back to where you're going to find the Tourism Information Office as well. Although, to be honest, if you do want any information about life over here or holidaying over here in Puerto Soller, do check out my website as well. I do have a guide on there. I do have several videos from this area too. So you can see we have the Tourism Information Office here, got various other tools and stuff, and I've come out literally in front of another fantastic ice cream shop right in front of me. Okay everyone, this is just a much shorter live stream this evening. I did want this to come out on Sunday, as I did say before. I'm really glad I managed to come over this evening. We have absolutely no wind. If you saw the wind on Sunday, well, that would have just about blown me away, but what an absolutely gorgeous evening down here in Puerto Soller. And thank you so much for joining me as well. So guys, I feel like it's a Sunday, but it's a Tuesday. Wherever you are in the world, please go ahead and have just a fantastic evening. I really appreciate everyone as well who gave up their time this evening to come and join me. Thank you so much for your super chats as well. Don't forget to consider subscribing, and straight after this live stream, all the newbies on the live stream as well, please head on over to the Facebook group. Go and join us over there too. You'll find me in that Facebook group a little bit later on. Right guys, I'm going to give you a few final views. I'm going to be live somewhere else on the island. I didn't want to miss another weekend, hence coming out today. So this weekend I shall be somewhere on the island soon in another major resort. Thanks to the admins for joining too. Have a fantastic Tuesday evening from wherever you are watching in the world, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.